I moved to Vimy in grade 11, and the biggest difference was it was a lot more student-based, individual-based, I guess. Rather than like a teacher just communicating to the classroom, it'd be a lot more one-on-one. It definitely has the components of any other school you'd go to with the assemblies, there's the pep rallies, there's still the contribution to the school. At the same time, you get the sports put into it, and it's a lot more open and available for you to really schedule around your time.
You take your courses in the morning, you get the afternoon to do your training and homework so that you can fit that around my crazy training schedule because we're practicing 2 hours in the evening. I have to drive an hour into Edmonton, an hour home. When I came to Vimy, it was a huge step up where they would say, okay, here's what you need to do and we'll help you through this.
As athletes and students growing up, we've had to work on balance. So I think understanding that side of what the student might be going through or the difficulties that they will encounter definitely lends itself to helping our students, understanding that there needs to be a balance. It can't be one or the other.
Probably 95% of the staff has played at a higher level and has suffered failure, has suffered success. So they know what it takes for these kids to reach that goal. And if you ask any kid in any class, how many of you want to make it to the NHL or how many of you want to be professional dancers, you'll get 90% of their hands going up. I think high expectations are important so that kids can reach beyond what they think they're capable of. And it doesn't matter how many times they fail, are they going to get back up and try it again? The staff are amazing at picking those kids back up.
No matter the score, no matter the situation, there's one thing you're always in control of, and that would be your attitude and your effort. And for me, I've tried to approach life the same way. Being cut a number of times growing up, both in hockey, basketball, you name the sport, I got cut. I was able to find some resiliency and build a character in the sense that I was going to write my own story and I wasn't going to let someone else decide it.
It's really special. We do a sort of jersey presentation before games, and just getting called up and grabbing that jersey, like privileged, you feel really privileged just to get to come from such a great country. And we know when you go out onto the field, you're out there to perform because you're representing your country. And when you're back away from the program, you've set that standard for yourself, so you want to get back up there.
The biggest surprise I got when I got to Vimy was just that community of kids who all have that one big goal, one dream that they're chasing after. And the support behind me that I've received from the teachers and the kids, and the sense that we're all in this together and we're going to help each other out.
The student staff hockey game is bar none my favorite day of the year. It's a good equalizer to see how experience and youth come together. And if the students would actually play extremely hard and play as a team, they would beat our teachers. But because we have that experience and we play as a team, we know we can't do it as an individual. We come together and we usually win.
For everyone to achieve success, you need to be supportive. You need to build that community around you. Playing on the Vimy volleyball team has been very similar to water polo, where instantly you're a family. We were trying to figure out each other's strengths and weaknesses. We all pushed each other to be our best selves, and we wound up doing very well for ourselves in the end. Much like water polo right now, where we finished last season going to nationals and winning a bronze medal. So.
The biggest lesson I've learned from rugby is just the character that you have to carry yourself with. You have to have a lot of discipline. Just be the best kind of person you can be on the field. Already that's started to help me. Like, if I can make myself the best rugby player as possible, that's going to make me the best person as possible as well. It's not just like a one-sided game where you're playing like offense or defense. It's like a constant 80 minutes of you can run, you can kick, you can pass, you can hit, you can do all these things. And there's nothing holding you back.
If you're not clear and concise in your directions, you're not going to get the result you want. There's many days where I bounce things off the professionals and then I come try it here and vice versa. And I think the students knowing that we're doing the same types of things, I think that keeps them engaged and keeps them motivated. There's definitely some huge benefits to being able to work with all levels of athlete. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned from my time here, and it's helped me immensely work with professional athletes, is just that idea of patience.
I don't think coaching is any different than teaching. I think that once you have that expectations of students or athletes, that they rise to meet those expectations. And if you can get them to buy into your system, then it doesn't matter if you have the most skilled athletes, you will have a team, and the team will carry you through. The biggest bonus is having those kids go on to the next level with a feeling of confidence and success.
One of the things I've gotten was the NCAA scholarship. Vimy's helped me tremendously through the whole process of maintaining honors since I've been here. It's crucial that you have high marks to go to an NCAA school, showing that you're able to play sports and also manage great marks, because that's a big thing. They want well-rounded athletes, not only being good at sports but also being good at school as well. What excites me about the future is that Vimy has given me such a great platform to build off of, and I feel prepared enough that I'm able to take that next jump, you know.
Doesn't matter where you are, you should be held accountable and you should set your standard high. So whether that be in the classroom or on the field, you shouldn't be altering your standards. The truth is, if you're going to be a student who excels in the classroom, those habits that you have into the classroom will eventually translate or find their way over onto the field, and your strengths will end up becoming your shortcomings.
Teachers are here to help you, but they don't hold your hand, and I think that's a great step to grow and become an academic, athletic adult.
I am who I am, and they see that, and I want them to aspire to be like me in a way where I've always reached for the stars and I've always wanted more from myself, and I'm trying to show that to them. It doesn't matter what age you are, you still want to continue to learn and to push forward and to be better.
The biggest reward for me is when you work with a student or you work with an athlete and they start to gain confidence, and that confidence translates into success. You know, if you can work with a student some basic facts in mathematics and all of a sudden you can start to see them have success and feel good about themselves, boom, they take off. It's the same thing on the floor. To me, there's no greater joy than the smile on their face when they feel like they've done it. And I don't think that ever goes away. Whether you're 5 years old or 50 years old or 70 years old, there's that self-pride that people take, and if you can start to bring that out in them, the sky's the limit.